In the shadowy world of espionage and international conspiracy, a few stories have captured the imagination and raised as many questions as the alleged theft of nuclear technology by Russia from United States. In today's video, we dive deep into the historical records, declassified documents, and expert opinions to unravel the biggest question of whether Russia did indeed steal nuclear secrets from the United States. Hello and welcome to our YouTube and Facebook channel. If you are watching our channel for the first time, do consider subscribing. And if you like our videos, please give us a thumbs up. And now let me tell you all the answers in this video. This story begins during the crucial years of World War II, when the United States started the Manhattan Project, a great ambition to develop an atomic bomb. Pioneering scientists like J. Robert Oppenheimer and Enrico Fermi gathered in secret labs across the country, unlocking the power of the atom. On July 16, 1945, the United States tested the first atomic bomb. They called it Trinity, and it happened in New Mexico. A week later, President Harry S. Truman met with Soviet leader Joseph Stalin in Germany. Truman told Stalin that the US had a powerful new weapon. He expected Stalin to ask many questions, but Stalin didn't seem interested. Later we learned that Stalin actually knew about the atomic bomb since 1941. Truman didn't know much about the Manhattan Project, so that's why Stalin didn't react strongly. In fact, Stalin knew more about the bomb than the Truman did. The US successfully detonated the first atomic bomb in 1945, ending the war in the Pacific. But as the Iron Curtain descended across Europe, a new threat emerged: the Cold War. When Russia successfully detonated a nuclear weapon in 1949, it came as a great surprise to the United States, because according to the CIA estimates, the Soviet Union could not acquire nuclear weapons before 1953. After World War II, the United States and the Soviet Union were the big powers. They were on the same side during the war, but had different ideas. The United States liked democracy and capitalism, while the Soviet Union supported communism. These differences shaped the world's politics. When the Soviet Union found out the United States were secretly making an atomic bomb during the World War II, they started their own nuclear program. Igor Kurchatov, known as the father of the Soviet atomic bomb, led his effort from 1943. Under Kurchatov's leadership, they set up a research lab called KB2 in Moscow, focusing on nuclear research. Although their program was smaller than the Manhattan Project, the US testing atomic bombs in 1945 pushed the Soviet Union to speed up their nuclear weapon development. In August 1945, Stalin formed a special unit to control the Soviet nuclear program. Over 4 years, they put all their efforts into building the bomb. In 1946, they made their first nuclear reactor under Kurchatov's guidance. They also used prisoners to work in uranium mines and plants. In December 1946, they achieved a successful nuclear reaction, a big step to make plutonium-239 crucial for atomic bombs. They started producing plutonium in June 1948. After processing, they took the parts to a secret place near Sarov. Finally, on August 29, 1949, the Soviet Union tested its first nuclear bomb called First Lightning. While the Soviet Union was working hard to make this atomic bomb, their spy network played a crucial role. They had secret access to American and British nuclear facilities like the Manhattan Project. Soviet spies identified and recruited people who could have shared information about the atomic bomb project. They set up a good communication system to send this information back to the Soviet Union. What's surprising is that some American scientists were helping the Soviet Union become a nuclear power by giving them secret information about nuclear weapons. Theodore Hall, a young American physicist, was a part of this spy network. His Russian immigrant roommate convinced him to work for the Soviet Union. He passed secret nuclear information to the Soviets. Hall said he did it to prevent the US from having all the nuclear power. Klaus Fuchs, a German-born scientist, a communist, contacted the Soviet embassy in London and became a spy. He worked on the Manhattan Project in the US and nuclear sites in the UK, giving detailed information to the Soviets. He was caught, confessed, and got a 14-year prison sentence in 1949. Klaus Fuchs' confession in January 1950 led to the arrest of Harry Gold, a chemist who had been giving secrets to the Soviets since 1935. When the FBI found a map of Manhattan Project in Gold's home, he confessed and got 30 years in prison. Gold's confession exposed a big spy network called the Rosenberg spy ring. Julius and Ethel Rosenberg were executed for spying, and Ethel's brother, David Greenglass, got 15 years in prison. But did the espionage end with Fuchs and Rosenberg? The answer is far from clear. Some experts argue that Soviet spies could not have advanced their nuclear program so rapidly without inside information from the United States. The Soviets conducted their first successful nuclear test in 1949, just 4 years after the US dropped atomic bomb on Japan. The speed of their progress raised eyebrows in Washington. Decades later, historians, journalists, and government investigators continue to dig into the question of whether Russia stole nuclear technology from the United States. Declassified documents and eyewitness accounts offer tempting clues, but no definitive proof. Some point to the mysterious disappearance of several American scientists who had access to sensitive information. Did they defect to the Soviet Union, or were they silenced to protect the secrets of the Manhattan Project? Dr. Elizabeth Johnson, a historian specializing in Cold War espionage, believes that the Soviet Union had its own team of brilliant scientists and engineers. It's unlikely that they could have replicated American nuclear technology entirely based on stolen information. On the other hand, according to Dr. Robert Carter, espionage was two-way streets during the Cold War. The US also recruited Soviet scientists and intelligence officers. It's possible that they gained as much as they lost. So, did Russia steal nuclear technology from the United States? The answer remained elusive, lost in the fog of history and secrecy of espionage. What is clear, however, is that the pursuit of nuclear knowledge during the Cold War was a high-stake game with global consequences. As we contemplate the past, we must also consider the present and future. In a world where nuclear weapons continue to pose a great threat, understanding the history of nuclear espionage serves as a reminder of the dangers of the atomic age. The story of whether Russia stole nuclear technology from the United States is a complex and contentious one. While espionage certainly played a role in Cold War, the extent of the theft and its impact on the balance of power remain a subject of debate. And that's it for today's episode of Let Me Tell You. I hope you find our videos informative and interesting. Let us know about your thoughts in the comments below. We value your feedback and want to hear your thoughts on this topic. Make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss an episode. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time on Let Me Tell You.